Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Are you looking to dive into the makeup business and you are confused as to which brushes to buy? Or maybe you've been buying different kind of palettes of brushes and they are not really giving you your makeup look. So in this video today, I'm going to be showing you how I use these brushes here to achieve this look on my face. And sit tight, get to know the brushes you need, stop wasting money on unnecessary brushes that you're supposed to get the perfect brushes and have your makeup look flawlessly. So the first brush is a flat application brush, and this brush can be used to apply your serum, your moisturizer, your primer. It can be used to apply your foundation too. Like you could just use it to apply your foundation first before you blend it. So this is a first brush. You can also use your hand. So the next is this beauty blender, which is used for foundation, and also you can use a brush for foundation. So if you do not have a beauty blender, know that you can use your brush to apply your foundation. So I'm basically using the both for you to see that it can be used to apply your foundation, whichever one you have. This same process goes for your contour, your blush. You can use your beauty blender for your contour, you can use your brush for your contour, you can use it for your blush to apply your cream blush to. Just know that you can use either a beauty blender or a brush to apply these processes I'm showing you, if you can do it only one of it. But it is necessary that you use a beauty blender to apply your concealer because it blends it out more to give it that very clean and smooth blending, and it's more safe to use your beauty blender, which I'm doing right here, to apply your concealer. You can also use a brush if you have a brush, but beauty blender goes well. The third brush you'll be using is this angled brush, and this angled brush is just a fluffy, not too dense brush that I use for nose contouring, and I mostly use it for cream contour for the nose. I use it to just blend it out. This is the third brush you'll be needing. The fourth brush you'll be needing is for setting, and this is how the brush looks. So you can either use this brush or you use your puff powder this thing, or you use your beauty blender for setting. So I'm going to be using all for you to see how it's being done. So this is me tapping with the brush to just, I'm going to tap that out, put it on this highlighted area, and this is how you're going to go with it. The only problem with this is that it takes time for it to really absorb that highlighted area, for it to really go, for your powder to really go down. So I'm going to be using this beauty blender again to show you how it's really going to go. So this beauty blender is also another way you can set. So after that, you can also use this powder puff to set, whichever one you have. You can use it to set. Do not say because you don't have one, you have one. Whichever one you have, you can use it to set your highlighted area, and it's going to sit very well. One, they just have their own patient time. They just have the time you have to just attend to it. The fifth brush is a round fluffy powder application brush. This is how it's so fluffy. Can you see how it looks? So that's what you'll be using to apply your powder all over the face. It's so good. It's so good you get the kind of brush. So the next is also a fluffy brush, but this is mostly used for contour, and it's just kind of not too round. It just have this pointy mouth, which I just showed you. So I mostly use it for my contour. That's the sixth brush. Remember the brush I use for my nose contour, for cream contour? This is it. I just cleaned it, I just disinfect it, and I'm going to be using it again for my nose contour, but this time around I'm using it as the powder nose contour. So for baking, you do not need a brush. You either use a puff or you use a beauty blender to bake. So that's exactly what I did here. So I just show you the two steps that goes with it. For my brows, I'm going to be using only this brow brush for the concealing and for drawing the brows. So I'm just going to let you watch the video of these brows and how I go about it. After drawing the brows, to conceal, I just cleaned the brush and I went back in to start concealing the brows with the same brush that I used to draw it. I just cleaned it with my tissue paper and my wipes to just get that brow gel off it before I started using it for concealer. So you can see I basically use just one brush for concealing and for drawing the brows, and you can equally use your pencil to draw your brows. It just depends on what works for you as a makeup artist. The next brush is this short, dense, round brush. You can see it's short and it's dense, so I'm going to be using it to blend out that concealer, because it's the correct brush to use for blending out your concealer. It's going to blend it out very, very well. It's so dense, like it's strong. Where they say something is dense, it's strong. Not that strong, but it's full and not fluffy. So that's how it looks. Next brush is a fluffy brush, and I'm going to be using this as a transition for my eyeshadow. So for transition on the eyeshadow lid, I think you should always use a fluffy brush. It's going to make it blend very well for the eyeshadow. And for the base, I'm using this flat brush. Can you see how flat is it? I'm going to be using it for the base. So that's basically it. So I'm going back in with that same fluffy brush to just give that outer corner a darker transition. So that's basically what I did here. For my under eye, for my water eye, I just went in with this Zaron, and this Zaron already comes with its own brush. It's not something you need to buy separate. I'm using this gel liner from Mabrook to just line my eye. So you're just going to watch how I'm going to do it. It's basically, if you draw first one, you go to the other side, draw the second one. That's basically how I do my things, because I feel that I'm going to get it that way. So I think you should always try a step that you do one place small, you go to the other side, do the other place small too. So that's basically how I always try to do most of my makeup. Well, I'm basically using mascara because I don't want to fix eyeshadow before I move into the next one. And for the next one, is basically this brush, round, short, and fluffy. This is not a dense brush, and I'm going to be using it to dust out that baking powder that we baked. And you can just see this brush is so soft and full. So the next one is my blush, and this is another fluffy brush that I'll be using for my blush. This is not cream blush, this is a powder blush. For highlighter, that's bronzer, you can use this, any of this brush, whichever one you have. So I'm going to be demonstrating it. I'm going to be using this brush for you to see how it will come out, and this is how it looks. So I'm going to be trying the other one, so whichever one you have, you can use it. Oh my dear brothers and sisters, brush is this lip brush, and I'm just going to use it to blend out my lipstick when I apply it already. Guys, we've come to the end of this makeup today. I hope you were able to see, learn, enjoy while watching this video today. Please do not forget to like, subscribe to my channel, as I remain your baby girl Biba, and I'll be seeing you next time in my next video. Until next time, I'll be seeing you guys. Bye.